microphone mute. Today's Friday, yeah. All right. Welcome those and all to the Betterment Broadcast. Is it working? It is working. I'm your host, Rap Raven. I've literally been rushing around all day, all week, and I've just got in now, so forgive me. Might be a very short show today, so by the time people log in, I might be gone. But let's see if I can actually get my PDF to. Oh, I think it's there. There it is. I didn't actually get to post it on. No, that really matters. Let's see what we can see. Yeah, here it is. Dun, dun, dun. All right. There it is. Let me just make sure everything is running smoothly. Okay, everyone, there we go. Welcome to the Betterment Broadcast. This is the 273rd episode. That's right. That's 273 attempts at trying to constructively find solutions for the Black community. Isn't that fantastic? It is indeed. So don't forget to tell a friend we're live. The best show happens when we're live, when we can back and forth. But if not, you can always catch it in a future time. We have the link out. Let me mute that. We have the link out. If anyone wants to jump in at any time. So, yep. Is it pinned? Let's make sure it's pinned. It looks like it is. Yeah, it's pinned. Voila. So don't forget to tell a friend we're live. So I've had a hectic week. Funny enough, I came back from Brother's Power Show. So what I'll do is I'll unpack some of that and my interaction with some of the people, because that's important, because that contributes to the topic at hand. But let us go through the intro as we normally do. Let's do that. So like we said, this is the 273rd episode. That's right. Indeed. And don't forget to follow Black Betterment Building Instagram page. Oh yeah. So retroactive expectations, are the constructive activities that Black community are desired to uphold to collectively recover from the atrocities from the past. So remember the atrocities inflicted upon your ancestors in the community in the past and present, and behave in a way that reflects this. Reconnect with Black people locally and globally, and form networks to teach each other about different cultures. Repair the Black community of historical trauma that causes self-hate challenges and health issues. And rebuild the Black family, Black economics, and Black nation. Oh, yeah. So this is the ancestral obligations that you assume all Black people will have in a historical time if they, when they're going through atrocities. I really would hope that after the terrible things we've gone through, our future generation, would actually remember us and do things to help recover. And that's what Black Betterment is. It's a lifestyle that helps Black people recover from the atrocities of the past, really. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, the triple tragedies of white supremacy, anti-Black racism, and the Ma'afa. And the double dilemma of being despised and disorganized. So we show a single solution in Black Betterment, which is a lifestyle of Black people helping Black people continuously. That's what it is. Oh, yeah. That's what we promote on this fantastic show. That's right. I should really put my other screen in, shouldn't I? Or whatever. Cool. There we go. So don't forget, the links are now. People can jump in, but if you do, don't forget discipline, dedication, dignity, and discernment. Please practice those. I originally wanted to have a show. Where is it? Yeah. I was talking to a few sisters and I wanted to invite them to a show, but I've been so busy that I couldn't really just message them or get contact with them and get a few of them together to get a panel open. So maybe next week I'll do it, but I'll talk about my interactions of what went through in the week and what led up to this topic. So today's topic is, and it might be a very quick show, but it's sisters helping the brothers, part 1. We open the panel for Black women, and you can jump in if you're a Black woman at any time, by the way, if you want. But next week will be a proper one. But this week, if you wish, we can have a start early one now. But we open the panel to Black women to talk about Black men's role in the community, and if they feel Black men publicly understand and support them, we use this information to help amend issues. Right. Fantastic. Super good. Get rid of that. So yeah, let me say, so I went to so normally we'll normally start the show with videos and that, but I ain't got any videos. But I've been very busy. I haven't done any videos. I got a few from last week, but we won't blame. But basically, I don't think so. I went last week. Maybe it was last week Sunday. I think. Well, I can't remember the day. It was sometime last week. I went on a brother called Power's show, and he's just started like a podcast where he's trying to get community members and interesting people to speak about, I guess, interesting topics at his new live event. That was in Walthamstow. Well done for him for saying that. It was really good. And yeah, it was cool. And it was on the panel, and it was all day. I went there early to support. I also went to buy some stuff, some food, and that support the economics. And then I came back later when it was my turn. So I saw a few of the panels, but I missed one or two. It's a shame, but I did see a few. But I was on the last panel, and it was interesting. The panel I was on was actually about what was it about? I think it was something about the connection between black men and black women, something like this. It was some more deep kind of topic or whatever, but that's what it was. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I was interested, and when I was there were some sisters there, and I think I started to ask questions like as I always ask when I go to these places of this is like do you feel connected, or do you feel that black men understand some of the challenges you go through, or are supportive, or protect you in the community? And yeah, generally the answer was no, really, and then that's pretty consistent with it. I think a lot of the men are usually shocked to hear that. But for the most part, it's a no, and there were history of traumas. Some gave some stories of like in scenarios when they thought they'll be supported by black men, where black men support them, like publicly, where some non-black person is causing issue and black people walk by, or and one lady even gave me an example of like she knew a bouncer or something like that, and even the bouncer didn't help in some racist situation or something like that. And then also, just how I guess certain black men go on in public, or how they argue, whatever. Just some of those stories. So yeah, it was very interesting. So I said, look, this is now's your time, sisters, to speak. I mean, let me because I ain't got any videos. I'll put on my can my camera go on? I very rarely put my camera. I can't be bothered, but I'll put it on there. Where's the camera? Is it that one? I can't find a camera. This screen is so small. I should when you ain't got two screens, it's like where's this? Oh, it's that one there. Ta-da! There you go, in full color. Voila. All right. So now, hold on. Remove. Oh yeah, you got to remove that, and then you can see it. And then do you not put it into the? I don't know how it works. Do you not put it into the? Do you not put it into this? Is a bit rubbish, really. Do you know? Where's my? Did I not put it inside something? I think if you, I'm just testing something, fam. I'm just, if I don't remember. So if that's there, that's the thing, and that's there. Ah, right, it goes inside. So you can do two. That's what. Yeah, so I like that because you can see the topic and excellent, fantastic, magic, and move these things out of the way. Yeah, so what I was saying is, yeah, it was a good event, and we spoke to the sisters, and it was good that the sisters were really bonding, and they all started talking to each other, and I think there was a sister who came up who started talking. She had some issues with her son. She had him young, but she's raised him, and he's gone down a path. What he never had his dad in his life, and all sorts, and we had a good talk. But obviously, I spoke to them. I said, look, we want to start getting community talks normally again, and having the sisters and the brothers speak, but it should probably best to start if it's like we have a shows whatever where the black women come, they give their testimony, talk about their experiences, the bond and all that good stuff, and then we have black men reflect on it and come back and stuff. I think this was obviously that was going there, but this was triggered because we were following, I think, Elaine DePayne's campaign, and it's a very shocking one, where she's trying to get black economics circulated, but I think because of her tone towards the Asian community, a lot of people weren't best pleased. So there's this, and this has caused some issues, and I think like some people are standoffish, and obviously I tried to jump and support. And funny enough, I remember I started jumping in the comment section as you do, and there's a few brothers who they've got like they've got shows or they've got like a following or whatever it is. And I think one brother was he wasn't best pleased. Like, he said he felt away about some of my comments. He said that you're quite harsh towards him and not really as harsh towards the sisters as well as towards Elaine the Pain. So he said, and he said, "Look, can I ring you?" So he rang me. We literally spoke for like 3 hours. Like, he had a lot to say. I said, "We'll get him on the show one day." He's like a comedian, brother. I've been. He's been in. He's either been in the audience or been on stage when I've been at some events and stuff. So yeah, I invited him. I said, "All right, bro." He wasn't best pleased, but I spoke for 3 hours with him, and he says, as usual, when you talk to brothers, I get what you're saying and stuff. And I said, look, I'm happy to sit down with you and some of the sisters, or at least Elaine the Pain, to go over some of these like talking points or issues that's going on publicly, whatever. And yeah, he was like, nah, I don't really, I'm not really into like the whole online talking or not, but just open like arguments and stuff. And I think the sister has a very strong opinion, and she articulates it with words and stuff, whatever. And some people ain't best pleased with that. And that's another thing that draws me to these kind of personalities where my normal reaction to when black people are pushing forward some kind of social solution and they're fighting is, well, we just sit down and find a solution because there's a greater good here. But usually they say, well, this person insulted me and they responded by insulting me back, and I'm not going to speak to a person who insults me. And that really is like something that I've been noticing a lot in I do the work. That's why we say don't use derogatory terms or use strong vulgar language towards people, because one, it's not nice, and two, it can be used to undermine black progress, you see. And that's why I tend to notice that black people just struggle. That's something we have to really cover. Like this kind of like strong words towards people we disagree with publicly and how we react to it. Yeah, that we're gonna have to really work on that, really, because I know there's a few pro-black channels who are quite also heavy-handed towards the sisters' approach to group economics and group economics. And yeah, they made videos about some other brothers, I noticed, and she wasn't best pleased with that. So we definitely have a community conversation about how best to just talk about things and all that. But either way, let me stop sidetrack. So yeah, this show's gonna be very short. I'm just literally waffling for a few seconds, whatever. But what I'm gonna try to do, and by feel free, if you hear this video today or you're in the audience, whatever it is, if you're a black woman, I'm gonna try to set up a panel of just black sisters talking about some of the shortcomings and some of the challenges of being a black woman, and how they would like the brothers to react more, what they would like more from their opposite counterparts. I think that'll be important, and just give like a space for sisters to have their say. I think sometimes black women struggle to talk about certain things in front of black men, or just in that kind of like internet world where we're getting shut down. So we'll give a space for that. So if you're a sister, you want to talk about, any sisters who want to talk about that, hopefully next week we'll do that. It's always going to be called if Sisters Helping Brothers Part 2, maybe, I don't know. But we'll come with some fancy name, whatever. But that will be kind of the topic that I think we're going to try again next week. There's a few sisters I met at this event and a few who I met online through other shows, whatever. And they said they were interested. Don't know, a lot of them are based in the UK, but some might not be. I don't know. But we're good to get them on. But I literally haven't had time. I've been like this week is mad. I've been running around like a madman, and I'm just literally got back now from doing a project, and I have to go back afterwards anyway. So I have to literally. I don't have too much time at the moment. But by next week it should all be dying down. I hope. So that should be good. But if there's any ideas, any concepts you want to talk about or whatever, let us know. We'll be doing the part 2 of Black Sisters Communicating with Black Men. My brother did tell me, he goes, I love the show, mate, but I feel you're a bit soft on the sisters. So do you reckon the approach is very soft on the sisters? Let us know. Brother, he said that. Let's see if I've got any because what was I? I'm just trying to think of if I was in any kind of online argy bargy. So talking to a European person about reparations. Funny enough, not that one. Yeah, there was a video circulating of yeah, there's a video of some guy. I've downloaded no videos because I haven't had time. Blah blah blah. I remember someone, some white guy banned his three daughters from marrying black men, and obviously people give chiming in on that, and 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 um and you know what did I say? What was that? Well, well, usually the historical reasons of why Europeans or white people don't want to be with black people is because of hatred and stuff, right? That's just what it is. But outside of that, communities can marry who they want to marry, right? But I think what's more important than all that is having black men more so not even care about these discussions because you see black men in the comments going mad over it. Just be more focus on how they become constructive and marry black women. Really, that should be like a basic thing. So, but there was a European woman who said something in there, and I was like, before you marry a black man or offer your kids to black men, do you support reparations? And that's and the conversation went around, not just be like 80 back and forth, and there was no answer. And I think that's the most important thing to I've been saying in it that know the questions to ask because the whole goal of the show is to maximize black families, black economics, and black health. And that means making sure that black men, value economics, value each one, teach one, learning skills and trades, but also values the sisters and stuff like that. So that's why I jump in on those cliche kind of topics, whatever. But yeah, let us know if not when the show ends in the comments. Or just hook me up on Instagram if you want to be in the show, sister. If you want any questions you want to ask, or if you want to come in and communicate, whatever, we can make that. So, but if I can think about how best to do the show, but the next week's show definitely will be trying to get sisters in to just have a discussion about their experiences and what they want from Black community and what they want from Black men specifically, and that will be the topic, whatever. Let me see if there's any videos that I had from last week that I didn't play, because usually there's videos that I didn't play from. Let's see if there's any shows. 42. Let's see if there's any that I didn't play. No, play that one.
Kings and Queens in
you ain't right. Did we look at?
Yeah, so
I think I did play the video. So let's see. If there's 2071. Give me 17 seconds, family. Oh yeah.
No, you're not.
No.
In World War II,
A black man tries to.
Britain had.
Lane said, just told you a little while ago.
I asked them that, so guy.
Although, I guess before I go, I guess I can segue this. I just saw that, and that is there's in America there's like movements of people who they want to change how they're known from African American to foundational Black American and descendants of slaves and stuff, and don't want to practice Pan-Africanism and stuff like that. And there was been that certain, the online scrimmages that we see where it is, and naturally I remember coming in saying, well, this is the arguments of both cases, trying to find solutions. But naturally, what's happened now is people from rather than African Americans squabbling with Caribbeans or Africans, they're now squabbling within the groups. And I think there was a situation where there was an elder called James Small who said something about the movement that's going over there to delineate and to get reparations and stuff. And I think now there's big arguments between him and public people and stuff like that over there. And I think this is my point about why respect and honor is important and stuff where everyone should be solution based, because the internet just becomes like a cesspool for us arguing, and it doesn't matter whether you're an elder or someone who's committed to community. People seem to there's always to be argument, and people one day they're favorable, next day they're not favorable. And I think, and how this segues into what we were saying before about the sister doing the Black Betterment, the Black economics campaign, and including and saying, you know, to stop shopping in certain areas and start shopping more certain black areas and whatever, is the name calling and the arguments and how easily it is and how black people get arguments very quickly. And I think I spoke to certain brothers who weren't best pleased with some of my stances, and as I told you, I spoke to one on the phone, I spoke to another the other day as well. And one thing that they realize is no matter how irate they got, I never resort to name calling. And I kept on centering, saying that this is about black people collectively, and it's about me and you, brother. It's about what's best for the community, and I don't mind being degraded, you know, in some kind of like comical way, if black people can progress. It's like it's not about me really. It's not. It's about the community, and you know, I try them when it was very hard for those brothers and sisters to get me to do any react outside, you know, my basic training, right? But what they would do is they'll talk about, well, this other person, I would speak to them, but they made fun of me, whatever. So that segues back to that concept of like, why it's important, if we can, to not name call, to not use derogatory terms and stuff, because from my observation for many years, it becomes like the primary reason why people don't talk. So, because one thing I'm trying to do is get all these brothers and sisters I see online arguing about black economics and stuff, to actually have a meeting about how to actually get done properly. When I approached them behind the scenes, they're like, "Oh, well, I can't do that, bro. That's just that." They made fun of me and they said, "Listen, I don't talk to the people who are haters, and I don't talk to this kind of person." Blah 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 blah. So it's very interesting, and it's like, I mean, many could be lying. Maybe in regards to what people say, they wouldn't want to have any kind of constructive mean. I'm not gonna be wrong. I understand that the internet is also about the whole clickbait stuff and get followers and do commercial video, you know, shot jock kind of videos. I understand that. So, you know, whatever. But, you know, big up Golden Black 189. For those who are joining now, we're going to do we can start this week if we get time, because I might leave soon because I'm literally tired. I've been working all day, man. But we're going to start a show where we want to get a few sisters, you know, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, however much this app can hold. Just a nice constructive discussion amongst themselves. They ask a few questions, and the primary thing is how they feel in the community about black men support, provide protection, and generally, and to see if there's any way we can reform if there's any shortcomings. So I would approach those sisters. I'll set the thing. I'll give them a direct link, whatever it is, for next week. It should be a good week to get them in. But I don't know what the show will be called. Maybe it's we'll have some fancy word for it. But that's where we did a similar sister thing 5 years ago where we took like weeks to have the sisters confident to come on and speak up or whatever. So we'll try to do that again, maybe. But that will be the idea for the show. But yeah, sorry guys, like I said, I've been working hard all week, so I haven't really got any videos on that. And I wanted to maybe start this week, but I couldn't. I spoke to the sisters at the event, and I spoke to some sisters online, but I never, just to generate the files and do the designs, get the names, and then don't forget this time, and it's a lot of it. So just I couldn't. But we'll definitely set up for next week, whatever. Definitely set up for next week. Let's see if there's any videos I can play before we go. Just to see if there's any videos I missed from. Because sometimes I get so many things I don't actually get to play on the video. So this isn't for old ones. Hold on. No. Not really.
Hey, black people.
He's black.
Literally, I've been following this boycott thing for weeks. So that seems to be the only videos I go in there. So that's fine. So unless there's anything you guys want me to talk about, like I said, I went to the Power Show. It was very good. When he posts some of the clips, I'll put them up here. And you know what's funny? It wasn't even that controversial as well. Like normally when I go, oh no, I lie. There was a few. I went. It was good. It was very constructive. I sat down with the sisters and we were calm and collective, and we back and forth. There was one thing though that I thought interesting. I'm going to talk to the brother about. There was a European guy there, and every time the sisters were giving their life stories or their shortcomings or their woes and stuff. It was like he was either like, I don't know if it was heckling or talking right through it, like he was in the audience. Well, he was a guy who was actually on stage as well. I don't know if he was drunk. He might have been drunk. There's a chance he was drunk. I don't know. But I was like, and he kept stepping up and trying to talk to the host, and I was like, I don't know, is he like a guest there? Like, he was one of the only like non-African descendant people there, whatever. And I was like, okay. And I just thought, like, as men, like, well, we should have said that really, but I was on stage. But yeah, we know better to like speak when sisters speaking about their kind of trauma and stuff. It was a bit odd. And then I don't know what happened. Like I need to message the host, but I think I don't know. Maybe I said something or something was said on stage about something. I think the guy like he just went running through the door. So that was the only thing I thought. I don't know what's going on there. I'm probably getting my wires crossed. Probably no. He had diarrhea or something. I don't know. But I always thought it's probably me. But I just thought that was interesting behavior, Pad, especially in an event like this. But that was the only thing, apart from that, everything was quite good. I missed one of the shows, whatever, but it was generally good. And big up that brother Powers. And as he starts posting the videos, I'll start putting up. But some of the sisters who were on that stage or in the event who were talking, they're the ones I'm going to approach. So I'll definitely approach them. But family, I've been waffling for half an hour. I'm sorry the show's going to be super short. I've got things to do, man. But next week we'll make it extra special for you guys. Unless there's anyone wants to come in and say, give any kind of testimony, any kind of discussion, or say hey and goodbye, whatever. If not, we're gonna log off. But I'm tired. But if not, we're good. All right, family. So to those who practice Black Betterment, know that you're important, and for those who don't, know that you're loved. I hope you have a fantastic week. Keep practicing Black Betterment. And to everyone, next week, Black Betterment to all and to all. Have a fantastic. What? I'm just testing something. Turn off the camera. Oh yeah, it's still. I didn't know if I made the sound. All right, tell everyone next week. Everyone, fantastic. I hope you find it such a short show, but next one will be extra fantastic for you guys. Don't forget, tell a friend to be there next week. Oh yeah, see ya.